Please do not confuse smiles and smaller bodies with health, happiness, or food freedom. A lot of women are, just like I was, miserably dieting under the guise of getting healthier, and it's time to let that go. The reason the past diets didn't work is because you don't really want another set of restrictive food rules. And that's exactly what diets are if they aren't customized to you. Welcome to UnDiet with Dani. I'm your host, Dani Taylor, here to inspire women leaders to eliminate food confusion, feel good in their body, and eat for their best life without diets and food restrictions. This weekly conversation will help you eliminate the noise and create the peaceful relationship with food and your body that you've always wanted. Have you been struggling to make sense of healthier eating and find time to create the healthier lifestyle you want? I'm about to help you do just that. Go ahead and subscribe because this is about to get good. Let's get into it. Today, I want to talk about something that really bothers me, and that's seeing my clients waste time on things that do not matter in the grand scheme of their healthier life. Things like switching diets because the one you're on isn't working for you like your friend's is working for her. Like arguing to hold on to food restrictions that don't even support the way you want to eat. Or like looking for the perfect diet as if somehow, somewhere, you'll find that external of you. It's time to stop wasting time on things that aren't going to help you create food freedom so you can finally make space for something that actually will. In today's episode, I'm going to tell you some of the biggest ways women waste time, effort, and money on their journey to create healthier living and food freedom. Ladies, it is time to stop wasting energy on what you don't need so you can actually start seeing results and get on to healthier eating with ease. Here's what I know, right? If you're constantly switching up diets and bypassing doing the work to see what is best for you, you're only prolonging your food freedom. Just like you, I began my journey to food freedom thinking a diet was the way to go. I did so many diets, I lost count, and it would have been a never-ending cycle if I didn't realize how much of a waste it was to keep looking for something that would be perfect for me instead of taking my body into partnership and creating it. Here's the conversation that I had with one of my clients. Dani, I was working on cutting out meat and that's been going okay, but I was talking to one of my friends and she said that she's doing keto and it's really working for her. So I'm thinking about doing keto too. What do you think about keto? The answer to her question is I don't think about keto. But this was the beginning of a conversation that's a prime example of wasting time and effort. Now, if you're not familiar with keto, I'm not going to go into the details here, but the gist of it is it's a low carb, high protein, high fat diet, aka a diet with a lot of meat, right? Now, take out keto and insert any of the top 20 most popular diets, and I've had this same conversation countless ways with many different clients over the years, and it's all led back to the same thing. The problem for my client wasn't that she wanted to do a low carb diet or a low carb way of eating. It's that she was making this decision based on somebody else's results, not based on her desires, her food preferences, her health, or her lifestyle. It's not likely that she cut out meat based on any of those factors, then all of a sudden decide she wants to have a way of eating that's drastically the opposite. It's not likely. Before we brought her back to what's true for her, she made a very common mistake that many women make when it comes down to creating a healthier way of eating. And that's confusing weight loss and a smile for health, happiness, and food freedom. If I don't know anything else, I know smiles and weight loss do not equal healthy. And that's because when I lost 65 pounds in 6 months, almost 5 years ago, I was all smiles. I was in a smaller body. I was living my life, right? Okay, wrong. Because what I had done was I manipulated my body enough to get to a size that I wanted, but every day was getting increasingly more difficult. I felt like I lived in a mental food prison. Like the moment I let my guard down around food, I'm going to lose all control, overeat, and regain all of the weight that I had lost. That smile was slowly fading, and I had to figure out a way to let go of all of that anxiety that I had around food. To lose weight, I restricted myself to not eating bread, sweets, fried food, most fast foods. And because I kept telling myself that I couldn't have those things, food rules and all, I felt more and more restricted. I dropped the food rules and started eating intuitively. The moment I truly realized that I have food freedom, I was at my grandma's house for the holidays, happily eating some sweet potato pie. I had always had a little bit of anxiety about just enjoying those types of things in general. But in this particular moment, I stopped when I was satisfied. I didn't overeat the pie, and I had zero fears about how that one slice of pie was going to affect my body physically. Eating that pie and not having a whole conniption about how it would affect my body and my progress was a major win. Your win might not be pie, but that kind of food freedom doesn't come from cycling more diets and switching up because your friend is getting quote unquote results. Listen, there are studies done by prestigious universities that prove that diets do not work for majority of the people that start them. Knowing that dieting has over a 90% failure rate, it's an utter waste of time to continue to look for one that'll work for you instead of partnering with your body for what's best for you and creating those food standards based on your desires, your lifestyle, and your body. Now listen, I know you're probably thinking, I don't know what to eat. I don't know what foods are the best for me. I don't know what's too much sweets and some more other stuff, right? I get it. That's the same list of excuses that I ran down and my clients run down before they realize none of that matters now. That's what this journey is for. Learning and deciding what's best for you, and you're wasting your time if you think you'll find your food freedom outside of you creating it. You can start to create food freedom right now by asking focalizing questions around your eating choices and deciding based on the results that you want to have. I used to ask myself, do I want to eat this food right now? No matter what it was, whether it was Twizzlers, pizza, salad, whatever the case, I would ask myself, do I want this right now? And I waited for a response before I acted. See, the thing is, a way of eating that includes more meat and more healthy fats could be the best way of eating for my client, but her friend's results won't help her know that. So the biggest takeaway that I want you to leave with is to stop wasting time looking for food freedom outside of you creating it. Please do not confuse smiles and smaller bodies with health, happiness, or food freedom. A lot of women are, just like I was, miserably dieting under the guise of getting healthier, and it's time to let that go. The reason the past diets didn't work is because you don't really want another set of restrictive food rules. And that's exactly what diets are if they aren't customized to you. The reason that you don't have the results that you want already is not because you haven't found the perfect diet. It's because you're bypassing creating it. Diets can be a guide, but don't let them be a distraction from the work of getting in tune with your body so you'll always know what's best for you. Don't spend one more minute learning unnecessary things like more diet rules that are just going to cloudy up your clarity. Instead of looking for a diet that will work, figure out the way of eating that feels best in your body and the lifestyle that you want to have. Your food freedom should always be customized to your food preferences, your body, and your lifestyle. I've said it so many times. I know you don't want to hear me say that again. I know that there can be a fear of uncertainty or anxiety, even an unwillingness to ask for help. Maybe even you just not feeling like you know enough to fully ditch dieting. But sorry, boo, that's the best way for you to create ease in healthier eating the way that you really want it to be in your lifestyle. So with all of that being said, do not let your search for the perfect diet keep you from creating it. Focus on unlearning the things that don't support you, tuning into your body and discovering what's best for your health, and let everything else fall into place. Wishing you love, peace, and food freedom. We'll talk next time. I so appreciate you for tuning in to UnDiet with Dani. I hope you heard something that was helpful today and you're already subscribed so you don't miss out on future episodes. I want to hear your feedback. I want to hear your takeaways and your next steps. So don't let the conversation end here. You're invited to join me inside of the UnDiet Tribe. You can give your feedback on this episode, find tools to support your journey, ask questions, and get support with women working on similar goals, all inside of our private Facebook community. Join us by going to www.undiettribe.com. I can't wait to celebrate your progress. I'll see you inside of the tribe.